Hi, and welcome to another lesson in our series of SOLIDWORKS training tutorials. In this lesson, I'll continue the exercise on multi-body design techniques. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get started on the protective screen part. So the first thing we're going to do is create a Revolve boss base. So if I select the sketch, so it's a single line, it's not a closed sketch, so it's looking to see if you wanted to close the sketch automatically or if you want to create a non-thin revolution. So we want to just kind of leave it that it doesn't close, so I'm going to select no on that. And my axis of revolution is going to be this little construction line down here on the bottom, and it's 90 degrees is all we need to make this revolve, and you can see it's gone to one side, so we just need to make it mid-plane. And the final thing is the direction, because it's a thin feature. So if I zoom into it, so you can see it's coming down, so I need to just get it to move up. So you see that moving a bit closer so you can see that better. So initially it was coming down, we needed to go to the outside of the sketch, so just click on that and I'll click OK, and we'll just go back to isometric, and that creates my revolve feature. Next we're going to do an extrude boss base, so extrude boss base, and select my outline at the bottom, and we're going to go through all in this one. And going through all, and actually just like zoom around so you can see it, it goes to the very top edge of that previous solid body, so there. And then I'm going to uncheck the merge results in this one because I don't want the two of them to merge, so I'm going to just uncheck that, so it gives me two separate solid bodies. So uncheck that and click OK. Then nice and handy, we'll do a little shell. So shell, and it's a 3mm wall, and the face to remove is going to be just this top face. I'm going to click OK on that. So just to check that went OK, if you hold down your tabs key and just hover over one of the bodies, the top body there on that, the revolve thin one, so you can make that, so you can hide show that by doing that, just holding down the tabs key. And to get it back, so we can just check that we got that okay. And to get it back, you can just, if you hold shift down first and then hit the tabs key and then move back over the part, you see it kind of comes on again, which is a handy kind of feature. So tabs key, you can get rid of something, and shift tabs, and you can bring them back. So you can hide show them very quickly with that handy little tip on that. So I'm going to hide show again, so I'm going to go away with that because I actually just want to concentrate on this. Now it doesn't stop it from being recognized, the parts still be there, so if we were merging stuff, that'll still kind of happen. It's just hiding it from your view, that's all. So just be aware of that. So we're going to create a rib feature then on this, so I select this face here to create my sketch, and then just do a single line. So make sure you snap to the get a coincident on this as well. And because the back edge is a straight edge, we'll do the dimension, then we just put a straight dimension on that first. So that should be 45 degrees. And then we pop in our dimension then on that. So that should be 5mm. So that's that part. And that's that sketch complete. Then we're going to do the rib feature from that. So select rib, so you can see it's pointing sort of away from us there on the screen. So I'm just going to change the direction of the extrusion. And if you need to, you can kind of flip the material side on that. So you can just flip that like so. So we need that coming down, so it's going to create the rib down into the main body. And talking of the body, we're going to need to select the body as well, so we don't want the other body interfering with it, so we're just selecting this body, and I'm going to click OK on that, and that gives me that little rib. Now I'm going to create the pattern, so I need a linear pattern, and we're going to use this 5mm dimension as our direction, so it's coming, if you like, running parallel with those arrows coming through there, so it's actually coming from there to over in that direction. So select that 5mm dimension as the direction, and if we'd spaces and instances, so we could kind of just do that. But we're going to go up to a reference point. We don't want it to go any further than that corner point there. So I'm going to select up to reference, and I'm going to zoom in here just to make sure I pick that. And make sure you pick the dot on the corner. So that's my reference point on that. And now it's looking for a selected reference. So it's looking for an edge to reference where it stops the patterns. So just to explain that a little bit further, if I go back to the actual rib, and if I take that front edge, the distance then is going to be 12.75, and we get that pattern done. And what we've got there is a pattern, and they're 12.75 spaced. But you see the last one, because it doesn't have room to stick in another one there, so it stops at that. It can't fit another one in, so it stops the pattern at that. Now we've got our features, or is the rib. Down here in feature scope, auto select, if we just leave auto select selected, it would fail. So because we can't see the other solid body, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, it's still there. So we've got to kind of allow for that. So in feature scope, we're going to uncheck auto select, and the bodies, we're going to just select that body. Okay, and just make sure geometry pattern, yeah, everything's okay, I think. Click OK, and we've got our ribs created and patterned. So next we're going to mirror this pattern again, because we want the crisscross going on that rib. So we're going to mirror, and it works out really kind of easy for us because this is a symmetrical part. We can just mirror the whole thing, and it'll create the ribs both ways. It won't affect the mass properties at all because it's kind of mirroring on itself. The outside doesn't really affect us at all, and it makes it nice and easy for us to mirror this. So if I mirror, and the face of plane, so it's that right plane, and we're not going to mirror a feature, we're actually going to mirror a body. So I'll clear the selection on that, get the body, and the body we're going to mirror is this pattern one, and we're going to merge solids on that one. So that creates that, and we've still got two solid bodies, so we make that other part visible now. Okay, so the last little part in this is using the combine command. So select the combine command, and we're going to create this little mesh, we need to get the common areas. So the common areas on this is going to be this part and this, so what's common to both of those. Do a little show preview on that, and you see you get your mesh. Click OK, and we got that nice little mesh going on, and that's that part complete. So that's this exercise complete. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel as well, I'd be really grateful. Thanks a million, and see you in the next video.